Alaska, here with Chocomat. We're reacting to...
Looks like this looks like treason.
Supporting anything anti-Trump to possibly committing treason. As after that ICE raid outside Los Angeles County got aggressive, we're now
It's what was that time again?
What?
All the riots that happened last time.
Oh, 2020?
It's the riots all over again. Riots 2.0.
Remember when we said Oscar, like, Elmo's been crashing out? Oscar the Grouch is down here protesting, too, because they cut PBS funding.
Dude, I watched a thing, I watched the news thing. It's not... Okay, so while these people are protesting, it's kind of funny and ironic. While these people are protesting to keep illegal immigrants into our country, down in Mexico, they're protesting to get the immigrants out of their country.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's like, therefore, they're like, hey, come to our country, it's fine. Opposite spectrum, they're Americans in Mexico, they're like, no, you get your asses out of our country. So make that make sense.
The LA gangbangers facing off with U.S. Marines at the federal building and surrounding who they think are the feds. With reposts stating, "This is how we treat Nazis in America. They tried to kidnap people in Los Angeles and got their butts handed to them by patriots."
See Elmo on both sides.
If you look carefully, you can see Elmo in both sides.
Oh my goodness. It's these people don't understand that they're only going after the people that are here illegally. Okay? Just because
I gotta take a phone call real quick.
Oh, hello. Bye-bye.
Hello?
Just because they seem like they're good people and junk, they're still committing a crime. And they need to be deported. I'm sure there's probably legal procedures. If they're good, nice people, they just need to get vetted, and then they could go through the process of coming here legally. Get your butts back in line. It's basically, these people are no different than line cutters at an amusement park, okay? The wait your turn. That's what needs to happen.
Bye. That was your local sheriff's department, nothing to do with immigration enforcement. So does Los Angeles Mayor Karen denounce this? No, she's working on handing out cash cards to immigrants that need to hide from ICE.
Yes, of course. Let's give out more of our tax-paying monies to people who should not be here. I don't understand the logic of these people. I get humans are humans and junk. I get, like, wanting to help people, but most of these people that come here illegally, they're doing nothing but bringing drugs, trafficking, all kinds of crime into America. They're not vetted. They jump the line in front of people who are trying to get in here the right way and taking that opportunity from them. That's the whole point of ICE, to get these people to go to the back of the line.
We also are going to have a reinstitution of the Angelino card, something that Mayor Garcetti started during COVID, that will actually provide cash assistance to people. Because, you know, you have people who don't want to leave their homes, who are not going to work, and they are in need of cash.
Okay, that was the dumbest thing I ever heard. There are people who don't want to leave their homes and don't want to work. So let's give them free money. It's the same mayor that we reacted to before. I swear, it's the same energy. The exact same person. Why is it always the same kind of person? It's always a woman and it's always a minority. Why is it always the same?
We're organizing food deliveries. I mean, there's all sorts of things that we are having.
Why can't you do that to the homeless population? That would be a smarter idea for your use of power. Instead of these people who need to be removed from here. They need to go back to the end of the line, and or they need to be put in alligator Alcatraz because they are committing heinous crimes. Not just the crime of coming here illegally, but the crime of all the other stuff.
Alright.
Yeah. Sounds like they want slavery. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's like, oh, they're fighting because, these people are cheap to, it's like the joke with, South Park. You go to the Home Depot to hire someone. If they walk up and see they not gonna kick out everyone. Exactly. They're here to help, okay? If you're they're getting the wrong kind of information. ICE is not here to just take all the nice people and throw them out if they came here illegally. Like, okay, so yes, you did a crime. You need to go back to the back of the line, but you can still get information on how to come here legally. I know it's scary, but you need to follow the correct protocol.
Sorry about that.
How was your phone call?
Well, they're gonna replace my windshield next weekend.
Oh,
Or
okay.
this week.
Oh, yeah, just random tangent. Random crack on our windshield on our car. The cursed car.
That might probably get replaced after I get the windshield replaced. Anyway, keep going. What'd I miss?
Dumb bitch handing out money to people who shouldn't be here.
And
Versus
your city still burnt down?
Ugh, burnt down, flooded, who knows at this point.
Sounds like slave. Oh, yeah.
I reread that.
Thing to do now to protect people from the federal government.
Which is insane to start handing out hundreds of dollars to individuals, as I have no
And
idea
that-
how they could verify or even track this. Already on top of
Give them the
Yeah,
government.
that's a good question. How are they supposed to give these illegal people money if they don't have a social security number and all the IDs and junk? Hello? They're just looking for excuses to shell out free money for BS that probably turns around and goes back to them somehow.
Just give them government cheese.
Yeah, give them the government cheese. There you go.
Put it on the tacos.
Hand out our cheese. Taco, taco.
her billion-dollar budget deficit. But what's worse is who she's having distribute the funds.
But number two, if we say that
Gotta love your Mexican flag. I'm pretty sure you should go back that way then.
Send them to them go stream the North Korean border.
afraid to go to work, you get free cash payments. I think that all of a sudden we're going to find there are a lot more people who are suddenly too afraid to go into work. But the real kicker in all this is that Karen Bass has chosen, of all groups, Sherla to distribute the card.
As she's been seen alongside this Sherla group, where I only know about them when those guys that attacked the feds in Van Nuys with an improvised spike strip were found carrying a bag from that same Sherla group. And even far left Reddit is calling out these cash cards, with the top comment saying Sherla receives nearly $34 million from the state of California, as it's still taxpayer dollars that someone else gets a skim off.
At what point can Trump come in and can we get this lady impeached and put in prison?
And sadly, unfortunately, it's a local issue.
Okay, so they're poor California.
Look at the person that's going to be voted into New York mayor.
Who?
You didn't hear about that part? That guy's a Muslim communist. You're screwed. People are going to be like so angry when the mayor is wasting their tax dollars. Yeah.
Sounds very familiar. I feel like we've been here before. Who
The
was
top
the other
first.
mayor that we were talking about?
In New York?
Huh? No. The other lady that we did a video on.
Oh, you're talking about the super mayor from
Yeah.
outside Chicago?
Okay, so they're in the same area. So they are like the same person. God, don't go to these places.
But as Tim Pool suggests, this may actually be treason.
On this show,
Yes.
I often refrain and I argue as hard as possible that people are not committing treason. They say, oh, you know, that Democrat did this or that lawyer committed treason. And I'm like, no, treason is adhering to the enemies of the United States. What most people are referring to with like Comey and these investigations is sedition. Mayor Karen Bass has announced that she will be partnering with private individuals to give money to illegal immigrants that are here illegally and that are currently trying to evade federal law enforcement.
Yeah.
Now, Trump has already declared an invasion. He has targeted these marijuana farms. Strong likelihood that there is an overlap between these narco gangs, these cartels, and now we're hearing Karen Bass says she's going to give them cash, quite literally to the letter of the law. That is treason.
And he's not wrong, as Tim cited the U.S. Code for treason.
Maybe
Oh,
every
there you go. Okay. What do we do in cases of treason like this?
well, treason is the penalty. It's a death penalty.
Oh!
It depends on how.
I'm guessing treason has never been acted for a long-ass time.
The last time I heard is the Russian who spied on the Manhattan Project. That was the last time I heard someone actually dying from treason.
Damn. People is gonna be so angry. Okay, wait, that. Maybe every mayor in America should be a VTuber. I could be the
Can you
man.
imagine Chibi Doki running a fucking town?
You know, I feel like she'd be doing better than this bitch.
True.
Treason, since a U.S. mayor should owe allegiance to America, but is now giving its enemies aid and comfort within the U.S.
Yep.
There's a good chance I may have committed some light treason.
That sounds pretty
Now, normally
treasonous
you
to
wouldn't
me.
see a president imprison a mayor, but you also don't normally have mayors dishing out taxpayer dollars to criminals hiding from federal law enforcement, as Mayor Karen is just under the impression that Trump is too scared to go after her, as she flaunts funneling my money to people that say they're too scared to go to work. And what's worse is she's just activating an old cash assistance program that during the lockdowns would give non-citizens $600 cash, as that's just the tip of the iceberg in terms of taxpayer-funded benefits.
Oh my god, COVID.
Okay, here's an idea. People in California, stop paying your taxes. Just stop. You don't need to anymore. Fuck it. Of course, then you gotta figure out how to get around the taxes for goods and shit like that.
Gas tax. Oh, gas? It's like $9 a gallon because of it.
Oh, yeah. Gas is super expensive in California, isn't it?
Yep.
I wonder why. God. I would never... I don't even want to visit California, just how shitty it is. Can it sink into the ocean by now?
So if it takes sending a mayor to prison
sorry
to
for
finally
anyone who
stop
lives
this
there and
nonsense,
doesn't wanna
I'm
deal
all
with
for
this.
it. As she's out there signing executive orders to stop Trump's deportations.
Fuck you.
My pen's bigger.
But
and
got
oranger.
blasted in the replies for ignoring what's really destroying the city, doing more to protect non-citizens than actual citizens, and stop making me cheer for the feds, you lunatic. And I find that funny because it's true. Just 2 years ago, none of these people would be cheering on the feds, but the left has gone so far off the rails that Americans are basically begging for martial law just to get a semblance of safety.
Yeah.
As remember, Bass is only signing these orders after her city was raided, where Trump sent in the feds on horseback to clean up
Go
MacArthur
horsies!
Park from its signature suffering. But now, Mayor Karen is claiming she's fixed homelessness.
When I was on my way over here, I got a text message from our governor.
Okay, is she doing the same thing that, what was it, Gavin Newsom?
Yeah, when the Chinese, Prime Minister came to...
And then they just cleaned up the streets somehow. They that one episode of Simpsons where they take the homeless and say, "Here you go, boys. It's a free shelter and a home," and da-da-da-da, and they all feed the giant Homer. You saw that, right?
Trying to think.
Soylent Green.
Oh, it's one of the Halloween
Congratulating
episodes.
Los Angeles for moving the needle forward.
For the second year in a row, homelessness has decreased in Los Angeles, according to LA Mayor
What are they
Karen Bass.
doing to the
Is
homeless?
reducing homelessness by having people in motels still very expensive, and do we need to look for more cost-effective ways? Yes, but all of this are step forward.
Can be.
You know, saying it's so expensive, and yet you're sitting on all this money that's just funding your luxury.
What I've heard, what I've heard that California really has a big heat problem there too.
Well, no wonder why they keep catching on fire, especially because they don't take care of their brush correctly. That's how they had that one big fire.
Yeah. By the way, it reminds me, extreme heat warning. These conditions can last through 7 p.m. Thursday, July 24th, and that's here.
Yay. So I probably shouldn't make my trips to the card shop for a while.
Monday it's gonna storm in the morning, and then...
Ooh, California shouldn't have anime conventions due to high rates of crime. They really shouldn't.
Kirsten went at the Anime Expo out there.
Unfortunately, California has one of the biggest anime conventions.
Matsuri is better.
I know, Anime Matsuri is way better.
Even though it's in
if you want to
Houston.
go to a good, fun anime convention that's big, go to the one in Texas.
Blatantly ignoring how they juke the stats.
But John Alley, co-founder of the Santa Monica Coalition, was part of the street count in Echo Park this year. He says he doesn't fully trust the numbers.
They started early and they ended by 12 midnight. They reduced the number of volunteers. They weren't allowed to go up to RVs. They weren't allowed to go into garages. So how many did they miss? It's like crime
something
not
got
being reported.
automated on
It's
big
exactly
boobies.
how they claim.
Hey, what's up, boobies? Boobies! You're not allowed to say boobies.
We saw it.
Noob. I said it a boobie. I got boobies. I am
Claim crime is down, where I have personally seen how LAPD breaks up a single violent felony into 2 smaller misdemeanors on separate police reports for a single incident, or even when a friend's vehicle was totaled in a collision from an illegal immigrant and the responding officer refused to take the report, let alone arrest them. But the scariest part about this victory
is
she's
getting so
claiming
scummy.
regarding homelessness is how Kevin Dalton points out it's about a decrease of 1,500 homeless individuals, but
Where did they go?
Soy green.
What did they... I question... Yeah, I'm starting to question that. Did they eat the homeless?
They should probably ship them off somewhere else. Let's be real.
They deported the homeless people.
2,500 of them lost their lives on the streets, which is actually on track with the LA Times reporting. So even if Karen's count was correct, including the deaths, homelessness is only getting worse, meaning they're still failing at their jobs even when they cheat the numbers. And this isn't even including the homes lost in the wildfires they made worse. As up until today, Altadena still lays destroyed.
Wow.
The Pacific Palisades has almost zero construction, and
You know what? There's no wonder why there's so much illegal immigrants here. The normal people who are living here don't have homes anymore, so they can just kind of chill out on the grass, I guess.
Which reminds me that Adam Carolla Bay says it's going to be 3 to 5 years for the people who start rebuilding after they deal with all the permitting. So yeah.
Oh yeah, all that stupid shit.
They used to be homeless.
They used to be used the homeless in a ritual.
look young.
Yeah, all the satanic rituals, of course. The Illuminati, yes,
Even Adam
all the
Carolla
rabbit hole stuff.
shows us
Entertainment
how
purposes?
Malibu hasn't even started to rebuild. But here comes the New York Times blaming the delays on the ICE raids. Once again reminding us, no matter how much you think you hate the corporate mainstream media, you don't hate them enough. As what? The Pacific Palisades fire that started on January 7th and the first ICE raid in Los Angeles occurred 6 months later on June 6th? So the New York Times expects us to believe that as of January 25th.
Yeah, no. I remember. They specifically said, oh, we have to do a bunch of permitting and stuff and blah, 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 is the reason why we're delaying the rebuilding bullshit. It had nothing to do with ICE, because that happened recently compared to that.
Yeah, and even Trump called her out on that.
I mean,
When Mayor Karen was lying to Trump's face about cutting all the red tape
I still find her name's Karen.
to allow the residents
a
to
Karen.
immediately rebuild, she
Ultra
conveniently
Karen.
held off for over 4 months, and only then was the reconstruction of Los Angeles stopped because of Trump's enforcement of federal law. But the only thing that can save the city is if we load cash cards so people don't have to go to work. It only sounds stupid if you think about it.
Okay, give me money so I don't have to go work. I could stop VTubing for money. Pay me to not VTube anymore. Give.
No, just B-tube under the table.
Give me money. Okay, here's my table. Give me money. They use the okay. What if what those crazy males always has to do things with ice.
And unfortunately, I don't believe their voters are doing much thinking.
Yep.
So if you appreciate
Yeah, English up to Hammer. Thank you for joining us. Bye.
Thank you all for joining me. Please like, subscribe, and comment. It would make me very happy. Kiss, kiss, hug, hug.